The news hit like a summer storm, sudden, electrifying, impossible to ignore. It swept across the archipelago with the force of a typhoon, catching everyone off guard and leaving a trail of questions in its wake. In a country used to bracing for storms, this was a different kind of tempest, one that brought not destruction, but a surge of hope and uncertainty. It began as a rumor online, a whisper in the digital wind, but soon every screen in the country flashed the same headline: Philippines, sitting on potential trillion-dollar oil and gas reserves. Social media feeds exploded, group chats buzzed, and even the most skeptical couldn't help but wonder, was this the break the nation had been waiting for? In coffee shops, markets, and homes from Manila to Mindanao, people paused mid-conversation, their daily routines interrupted by the magnitude of the news. Hope flickered in their eyes, mingling with disbelief and cautious optimism. For a moment, time seemed to stand still as the country collectively held its breath. Mang Jun, a fisherman in Palawan, heard the news on his battered radio as he mended his nets at dawn. He stared out at the vast, restless West Philippine Sea, imagining a future transformed, not just for himself, but for his children and grandchildren. Could the sea that had always provided just enough now hold the promise of abundance? In Cebu's lively markets, excitement and skepticism mingled in the air. Vendors exchanged rumors and theories between sales, their faces a mix of hope and doubt. Could this be real? Could this change everything? Or was it just another story that would fade away, leaving only disappointment behind? A call center agent in Makati scrolled through infographics and news articles, daring to dream of a life beyond just making ends meet. She imagined a future where opportunities were abundant, where her hard work could finally lead to something more than survival, a chance to thrive, to build, to hope. In remote provinces, families gathered around flickering TV sets, the glow illuminating faces young and old. Even if the numbers, trillions, billions, were hard to grasp, they sensed the gravity of the moment. For many, it was the first time they felt included in a national conversation about wealth and possibility. This wasn't just news. It was a spark, igniting hope in over 100 million hearts. In city streets, on crowded jeepneys, and in the quiet of rural fields, people smiled at strangers, united by a shared sense of anticipation. The idea that the Philippines could finally claim its place among the world's prosperous nations felt closer than ever. Questions erupted everywhere. Would gas prices drop? Would brownouts finally end? Could this newfound wealth mean better schools, hospitals, and roads? In cafes and classrooms, debates grew heated as people weighed the possibilities and pitfalls, their voices rising with excitement and concern. Could OFWs finally come home? For millions of families separated by oceans, the news carried a special kind of hope, the dream of reunions, of parents and children no longer forced apart by necessity. Overseas workers called home, their voices trembling with cautious optimism, daring to imagine a future together. For the first time in generations, the nation felt on the edge of something golden. The Philippine flag fluttered in the morning breeze, a symbol of pride and possibility. In parks and plazas, crowds gathered, their laughter and cheers echoing the hope that maybe, just maybe, the country's fortunes were about to change. The whisper of possibility had become a national roar. From the smallest barangay to the busiest city, the energy was palpable. A collective heartbeat, faster and louder than ever before. Families celebrated at home, neighbors shared stories and dreams, and for a moment, the nation was united by hope. The Philippines was listening and dreaming together. Across islands and generations, a new chapter was beginning, written not just in headlines but in the hearts and hopes of its people. What is this treasure? For years, experts suspected the Philippines sat atop vast oil and gas reserves, especially in the West Philippine Sea. The Recto Bank alone could hold billions of barrels of oil and trillions of cubic feet of gas, far more than Malampaya ever did. These are deepwater riches, hidden beneath layers of rock, requiring cutting-edge technology and massive investment to unlock. International energy giants are interested, drawn by scientific data and the promise of world-class reserves. The Philippines may have hit the geological jackpot. The question is no longer if the treasure exists, but how much, and how to bring it to the surface for every Filipino. The stakes have never been higher. A $1 trillion energy reserve isn't just a headline, it's a turning point in our nation's story. It represents a once-in-a-generation opportunity, a chance to reshape the Philippines for decades to come. This discovery is more than a number, it's a blueprint for a new Philippines, one where progress is visible in every city skyline, every growing business, and every family's daily life. Energy independence could finally end our reliance on volatile imports, shielding us from global price shocks and ensuring that our homes and industries are always powered. Imagine a future where every Filipino household enjoys reliable electricity and factories run at full capacity, day and night. Picture a nation free from brownouts, where affordable electricity sparks innovation and entrepreneurship, and where businesses, big and small, thrive across the archipelago. Developing these vast resources would create thousands of jobs, not just for engineers, welders, and technicians, but for teachers, trainers, and support staff, building a skilled workforce for the future. The economic ripple would lift entire communities, fueling growth and supporting industries like logistics, manufacturing, and local markets, spreading prosperity far beyond the oil fields. If managed wisely, the revenue could fund world-class hospitals, modern schools, and efficient public transport, giving every Filipino access to quality healthcare, education, and mobility, helping to close the gap between rich and poor. This is sovereign wealth that could transform lives and futures, empowering the next generation to dream bigger and achieve more than ever before. A prosperous, energy-secure Philippines would stand stronger on the world stage, attracting investment, forging new partnerships, and charting its own independent course. Offshore platforms, flying the Philippine flag, could become powerful symbols of national pride, innovation, and capability, proof that Filipinos can lead and excel in the global energy sector. This is the promise. A golden dawn for every Filipino, where hope, opportunity, and prosperity shine brighter than ever before. The path to this treasure is anything but easy. The reserves lie deep beneath the sea, demanding billions in investment and the world's best technology. The Philippines must attract global energy giants, but only if we offer stability, transparency, and fair terms. Any hint of corruption or political chaos could scare investors away, leaving the treasure untouched. The biggest challenge, though, is geopolitical. Most reserves are in the contested West Philippine Sea, shadowed by China's aggressive claims. Drilling here risks confrontation, demanding careful diplomacy and strong alliances. We must assert our rights without provoking conflict, a delicate balancing act. Success will require unity, strategic wisdom, and unwavering resolve. The treasure is within reach, but so are the dangers. The challenges we face today are immense, sometimes feeling insurmountable, but so is the indomitable Filipino spirit that has carried us through centuries. In every corner of our islands, from bustling cities to quiet villages, you'll find stories of courage and hope. We've survived colonization, devastating typhoons, and political turmoil, always rising, always rebuilding, never losing sight of who we are. Our history is a testament to our ability to endure and to adapt, no matter how fierce the storm. This resilience is our greatest asset as we face new giants, both seen and unseen in our modern world. It's seen in farmers who return to their fields after floods, determined to plant again, and in students who study by candlelight, refusing to let darkness dim their dreams. It's in families who gather around simple meals, finding joy and strength in togetherness, and in parents who comfort their children, promising a better tomorrow despite hardship. Now unity is more vital than ever. In these times, our ability to come together, to support one another, is what will see us through. The fight for our resources is not just about land or energy. It's a fight for every Filipino, from the shores of Palawan to the rolling hills of Batanes, for our right to a secure and prosperous future. When we stand together, our collective voice becomes powerful, echoing across islands and seas, reminding the world that we are united in purpose and hope. At stake are the dreams of millions, stable jobs for our workers, better homes for our families, and brighter futures for our children. These are not distant dreams, but real possibilities within our grasp. This energy wealth isn't just an abstract idea. It's the hope of families reunited, of children playing safely in new neighborhoods, of parents watching over their kids with hope in their eyes. Our spirit and unity will be tested, as they have been many times before, but these are the keys to overcoming any giant that stands in our way. The future depends on us, on our courage, our unity, and our unwavering resilience. Together, we will shape a tomorrow worthy of our dreams. For decades, OFWs have kept the nation afloat, sacrificing time with family for opportunity abroad. Their dream, to come home for good, to find meaningful, well-paying work in the Philippines. A booming oil and gas industry could finally make that possible, creating jobs for engineers, seafarers, welders, and more. Imagine a reverse migration, our best and brightest returning, families reunited, and a massive brain gain for the nation. This isn't just about jobs, it's about healing families and strengthening the social fabric. The energy revolution could turn the OFW's hope into reality. To see our future, look to Malampaya. For 2 decades it powered millions of homes, proved we could partner with global firms, and brought billions in revenue. But Malampaya is running dry, and we're facing a looming energy crisis. Its success is a beacon, but its decline is a warning. We waited too long to find the next big source. Time is as precious as oil. We can't afford more delays. The lesson is clear. Act now, or risk the lights going out. The next Malampaya must be found, urgently. The government is finally moving, shifting from caution to action. New policies and attractive contracts are drawing global investors, while fresh surveys map our untapped basins. Scientific data is de-risking exploration, making the Philippines a hot prospect. Strengthened alliances with the US, Japan, Australia, and Europe provide a security umbrella in contested waters. Joint military exercises and intelligence sharing send a clear message: we're not alone. This is a high-stakes gambit, blending investment, science, and diplomacy. The world is watching to see if the Philippines can seize this moment. Today, the Philippines stands at a crossroads. One path leads to continued dependency and lost potential, the other to prosperity and national pride. The trillion-dollar reserves are an opportunity, not a guarantee. We face powerful rivals, internal divisions, and the ever-present threat of corruption. Only unity, transparency, and wise leadership can ensure this wealth benefits all Filipinos. This is a test for every sector: government, business, science, and every citizen. The world is watching, but the choice is ours. Will we rise to the challenge, or let the moment slip away? With the Filipino spirit and unity as our guide, we can claim our destiny. The journey is just beginning, but the future is in our hands.